So we've been speaking to several analysts about how they see the situation and what they think, and some of them have been saying that the Moody's downgrade of South Africa's credit rating should have been done a long time ago, and they say the country has known for a long time that the fiscal metrics have been unsustainable. So despite the coronavirus, this is not surprising at all. So with all that has happened in the world over the past few weeks, markets and RELA had clearly signaled that a downgrade would take place and had already started pricing this in. And it is quite evident that in this type of environment, South Africa simply would not be able to reach the targets that had been set during the national budget speech in February by Finance Minister Tshwane. So how will this affect the various aspects of the economy of this country, including tourism? Let's find out from Unathi Henama, who is tourist lecturer at the Tshwane University of Technology, and he's on the line there. Good afternoon to you, Unathi. Do you believe that downgrading South Africa should have happened a long time ago, or as other people have been reacting to it, they're saying actually this is just a resource to the wound and an insult during this time when the whole world is actually observing a lockdown?
Look at economics. The fundamentals for South Africa have been wrong for a very, very long time. GDP is quite unsustainable. So there's therefore nothing surprising with the Moody downgrade. So it was expected actually for the past 6 months, and I was actually surprised that in December there was no such downgrade. So a downgrade is based on the credit agencies looking at the fundamentals within South Africa's economy. And for a very long time, we don't have growth. We've got rampant levels of poor institutions, corruption, taking away money from service delivery, and obviously high levels of unemployment and poverty, which have been structural challenges we've been unable to mitigate over the past 25 years. And obviously the high level of debt that the government is carrying is obviously unsustainable, and there's nothing new about this rating downgrade, which obviously means that very, very soon we will be obviously going to the IMF to obviously look for some funding to ensure that we've got a structural adjustment program.
But Unathi, remember when I spoke to you 2 weeks ago when we were outside the building doing an outside broadcast, you stated that before then the high levels of state debt would mean that we should seek assistance from the World Bank or the IMF. I don't know if you remember that conversation, and projecting that the economy would contract between 5% or 6% this year. So based on what we discussed before, do you think that there are options for the ratings agencies to downgrade South Africa even further, or what options does South Africa have so that it can be able to rather stabilize its economy? Because talking about growth right now is really unpredictable.
Well, once again, Colin, the ratings agencies take their decision not based on emotions, but they take their decisions based on the fundamentals. And there is a possibility that further downgrades would happen when you look at the fact that the coronavirus pandemic might actually lead to a greater shrinking of our economy, in addition to an economy negatively impacted by the challenges of load shedding at Eskom. So this is the confluence of several storms. Unfortunately, it happens at the wrong time for us.
So now looking at the volatility of emerging market currencies and the rand having breached the 18 rand mark back at 17 rand also to the dollar, and it's depreciating against other major currencies of the world, which could have serious implications for the economy. What's your projection in the medium term concerning the oil price, the value of the currency, and the options for the Reserve Bank? Should they perhaps find it advisable to reduce interest rate, or rather to leave them as they are now?
I mean, it can't be easy being a Reserve Bank governor in South Africa because, people expect him to be the magician, and he is not responsible for where we find ourselves. But unfortunately, there is a belief outside of the financial services sector that it can create miracles. What is fundamental right now is that the Reserve Bank would have to obviously look at whether inflation does not go out of control, because that is their constitutional mandate, and they have to perform it without fear and favor. Number two, we have to kickstart our economy by issuing out stimulus, and I don't know if we're going to get it considering our debt status as a country right now. So it can't be easy being a Reserve Bank governor in South Africa.
So now what's going to happen in the medium term, given that economic activity throughout the world is on, semi-pause mode, as one can term it, more so that, holistically the economy is not active and only essential services are active. So what can really one expect in as far as how you project economic kick-off would take place?
Well, Colin, looking at export growth as a character of how an economy grows, obviously tourism becomes part and parcel of the stimulus package that government would want to have in the post-corona pandemic reality that South Africa will be facing. And with the currency depreciation, we know that a destination which obviously serves itself from a tourism perspective, it will be regarded to be a value for money destination. So that means that compared to major currencies such as the pound, the dollar, the euro, South Africa will be a relatively cheap destination. Obviously, that comes at the expense of the South African public, obviously, where the price of tax on the price of food will go up and they'll obviously face inflationary pressures. But I believe every child has a silver lining. Tourism might actually grow at a faster pace if we get the messaging right, that South Africa will be on sale immediately the pandemic is over. So it's very, very imperative that our messaging, as we say, hashtag stay at home, travel tomorrow, and indicate the fact that we are a value for money destination and people should take advantage of those specials that will be on offer as all countries once again jump on the tourism bandwagon.
All right. Unathi, thank you very much for making time to speak to us. Of course, Unathi working from home there and hearing some birds singing in the background there. He's tourism lecturer at the Tshwane University of Technology.